right. We'll move into our recap here. We'll start with Thursday Night Football. 49ers 26, Rams 23. Take it away, Mike.
Yeah, great game. Maybe the game of the week. 26-23 win for the Niners. Mac Jones.
Yeah.
I think he's, 3-0 now
Yep.
as the starting quarterback. Maybe he's making a little bit of a resurgence.
Yeah, they should have drafted him over Trey Lance when they had the chance.
And Mac Jones, though, funny thing about him is when Mac Jones, picks up a minor injury, he makes it look like a major injury.
Every time.
He went down I think he was holding his knee, and then they come back from commercial. You thought he tore his ACL or something going into commercial. You watch the video of him going down. It didn't even look like anything happened to his knee. He was just screaming in pain.
We should have added him to the injury report just because.
And I always think about going back to it. When he was with the Patriots, he, turned his ankle. And he was getting carried off the field. He was screaming in pain, and he was back the next week.
That's Mac Jones. I love it though. It's part of the experience, and he's been great. And the Rams are no slouch. So beating the Rams on the road,
that's a huge win to get that over the Rams. I mean, it's not on the road in my opinion, but
you're right. It isn't. But I mean, when you look at I don't have the injuries off in front of me, but off the top of my head, Ayuk, Pearsall, Bosa, Purdy. They're missing a ton more guys. Why am I blanking on?
Probably a couple offensive linemen.
I think so. Kittle, yeah. They're missing everybody, and the fact that they're sitting at 3-1 now?
4-1.
4-1. Wait, 4-1.
Yep.
Oh yeah, it's week 5. Duh. Yeah. I keep thinking it's week 4, but yeah, 4-1. They're in a great spot. We both, I believe, picked them to win the division. I know I did.
Yeah, I think we might have.
I think we had them and the Rams, so looking good for us in a
and
division.
We were getting a lot of hate for that one. But.
And I would love to revisit the NFC West if you would like.
we can do that.
Niners, really good. Seahawks, pretty good. Rams, pretty good. And the team we picked last that we got the most hate we've ever gotten in the history of our Channel 4 picking the Cardinals last, they are clearly the worst team in this division.
No one else in the league has lost to the Titans. So.
Yes, they're the only team to lose to the Titans. I cannot wait to get to that game here in a bit. And I know exactly what this thumbnail is going to look like. but yeah, we were right 5 weeks in. Maybe we'll end up being wrong, but you can't say we weren't right 5 weeks in.
And one of our main reasons for picking the 49ers to be good was the coaching.
The coaching, and we also said that they would get healthy, which they've done the opposite and still been good. So
you give, and CMC, he gets a lot of credit. It's almost to the point where he almost doesn't get enough credit.
Yeah.
He's just that good.
He had we're playing each other in fantasy this week, and I think he had 20 points for you in the first drive. It was nuts. Genty did the same thing this week.
He's basically their tight end receiver. I mean, he's like Taysom Hill if Taysom Hill was extremely athletic. Almost.
Yeah, he is. I mean, Taysom Hill is pretty athletic, but
not as much of a thrower. But I mean, 57 yards on the ground. I mean, he was running back 22 or something, but wide receiver 1.
Yeah, so I mean that's all that matters.
And on top of that, 8 catches, 82 yards, and a touchdown in the receiving game. And Kendrick Bourne for them, 10 catches, 142 yards for him.
Oh, because we didn't even mention they also don't have Juwan Jennings, so they don't have any of the receivers. Kendrick Bourne, well, CMC was wide receiver 1, and that's probably CMC, Bourne, and Tongues. Is that their?
Yeah. Well, on top of that, they're running the Chiefs 2022 Super Bowl.
Oh yeah,
receiving court. They got Demarcus Robinson. Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
Yep.
I mean Sky Moore.
It's working. They have Sky Moore.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. I mean, it's working out well for them. It's working out really well for them.
They're winning games. Kyron Williams, though, we got to talk about.
Yeah.
The fumble to end the game. The Rams should have won this game if we're being honest.
100%. We're going to give all the Niners all the flowers because we predicted them to win the division. But yeah, the Rams absolutely should have won this game.
Kyron Williams should have ran in the end zone, but he's had a fumbling issue most of his career. And
I think did he fumble twice in this game?
Blake Corum fumbled.
Oh, right, yeah.
Which Blake Corum's been getting more run, but he hasn't been doing much with it.
A bit of a fall from grace for Kyron.
Yeah, I mean, he's still very good. He's just got to hold on to the ball.
Well, he hasn't even been really that good outside of the fumbles this year. He hasn't been Kyron of last year.
He's been just the receiving game. He did have 2 touchdowns in this game with 8 catches, 66 yards.
That's pretty good. Yeah, I got actually now that I'm thinking about it, I think I played against him this week in fantasy too. But yeah, I don't know. The Rams running game, you would like to see it improve a little bit. It's one of the biggest weaknesses so far this year.
It definitely is. The receiving game though for them is great.
Yeah,
probably the best in the league.
Stafford's been fantastic. He's been an MVP candidate.
And he's been an MVP candidate. Puka's easily
an MVP candidate. 2.
maybe an MVP candidate, but he's definitely top 3 in OPOY.
Yeah.
Probably
he
with
won't
JT, in my opinion.
A wide receiver isn't winning MVP in 2025.
No.
But if that was possible, he would have a chance.
Off the top of my head, I think you got James Cook, Puka, Jonathan Taylor as the top 3 for offensive player of the year. And Amon-Ra, maybe.
I was about to say, I think Amon-Ra slides.
Yeah, I think that's the top 4 right now.
He didn't find his way in the end zone today, I don't think, though. So I can't remember if he did.
He's had a great year, so.
But yeah, I think that's probably around what we're looking at. Looking forward to next week, 49ers at Buccaneers. That's going to be a fantastic game. Probably going to see Mac Jones again.
Yeah, that's going to be I'm leaning Buccaneers on that one, though.
I am too, especially at home. If that game's in San Fran, I think I'd maybe go Niners. And then Rams at Ravens. The Rams should take care of business. The Ravens are one of the worst teams in the league right now.
Yeah, I mean, if Lamar doesn't play, it's all Rams. I mean, at this point, I think Lamar has to play.
Has to.
But
they also have, I think, a bye week after. So they might just let him roll one more and just take the L.
That defense, though, no matter what.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying I don't even think it. We'll get to the Ravens, but
yeah.
Okay, we'll move on here to the London game. The Lunder hit. Actually, I don't think it did hit. I think it was like 36, and game finished 38. Vikings 21, Browns 17 here. The Browns led for nearly this entire game.
It was 35.5, so the
over hit. Yeah. The Lunder did not hit.
But
yeah, the Browns led for most of this game. I came out of this game thinking Quinn Jenkins is an absolute animal, dude. He is so good. He's a very patient runner. He reminds me a lot of Le'Veon Bell. He's very patient. He takes his time. He breaks tackles. He had 110 on 23 attempts today, so he was fantastic. Gabriel at times looked solid. At other times, he looked completely flustered. I picked him to get like 5+ or 10+ rushing yards today because I figured, rookie quarterback in his first start, he's going to get nervous at times and scramble. Didn't scramble at all today. And that's mainly because even though he does end up with like 30 passing attempts, it felt like the Browns didn't want him throwing the ball today, really.
No.
It was a lot of short stuff. It was a lot of just run it with Quinn Jenkins. And that worked for them for a while, especially with how good their defense was. But we obviously see Wentz goes down, drive late, and could win the game.
Yeah, Wentz picks up an injury as well, but was able to come back into the game. Played well. Doesn't throw an interception. That's good. They didn't have the running game in this one, which outside of Jahmyr Gibbs, that Browns run defense has been fantastic.
Yeah.
Jefferson has a big game. But, yeah, the Browns played well. First game for Gabriel. I wasn't expecting too much. I'm not the biggest Dylan Gabriel fan. It does sound like there is a good chance Shedeur at some point this year gets a start, which I'm very excited for that. That should be electric. Don't know how well he can do, but okay, yeah. I don't know if you guys could see, but he was.
I'll change it to the camera. I was miming. I was doing the Shedeur. Yeah.
I thought you were trying to tell me something, and then I realized it was
I was. Did you see people were like he was?
People
it was good.
Hating him for
it. Was good for mime representation, though. I thought it was good.
I've never. I mean, like, it's just it gets to a point where. It's just they're hating to hate.
That was my favorite thing he's ever done.
I mean, it was funny.
It was hilarious.
People were like, "Oh my gosh, this is exactly why teams didn't draft him."
I mean, this whole saga was hilarious. The Dylan Gabriel thing about saying perfect timing. Did you see that?
No.
Where he was like,
I heard he said something.
Like, you can't just sit around and wait for the perfect time.
Okay, I did see that. Which
is crazy. That's just absolutely absurd. Sneak dissing your teammate.
And that's the second time he's done it. He did it in the preseason saying he doesn't do it for like the flashes or whatever, the clicks.
Yeah, something like that. That was interesting.
And then I wasn't talking about my teammate. Okay.
I mean, let's be honest, he probably wasn't meaning the perfect timing thing at Shedeur. It just kind of it worked out that it was just ended up being a bar. That was so funny though. This whole saga it was a great week for Browns.
Gift that never ends. And just speaking on your Judkins is fantastic. Probably the best rookie back to have right now. I want to say Genty, but
I'd probably still go Genty. The receiver, he's had like 30 catches in the past 2 games.
Yeah, it's hard to. I think he's just in a better situation though, all around.
Which is crazy.
That Raiders offensive line is brutal.
Bad. But even in like a blowout, Genty still had like 20 fantasy points.
Yeah.
Like he was still pretty good. He had 10 on that first drive. I don't know if I've ever seen this before. A player on the first drive of the game not score a touchdown, but still end up with double-digit points.
No,
he had
did
10
have
points
a big completion.
with no touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane.
Yeah, and Judkins has completely. I thought after week 1 he didn't play, but Dylan Sampson got so much run in that week 1 game, so much receiving work, and he is gone. He's nowhere to be seen.
I guarantee you there were dynasty drafts where he went before Judkins.
Probably.
I guarantee it. And, that's tough.
And I still think he's decent. It's just Judkins is easily the better running back and playing the most. I got to get the snap count up, but I imagine he's probably at about 80+%.
More than that, I think. I mean, he was on the field the entire game.
I don't know if
he was
Sleeper usually does good with it.
He was the star of the show. But we'll get into their next week games here because we have the transition from Genty into the Raiders game here. So Vikings are on bye. They're one of two teams on bye next week. And then the Browns go into Pittsburgh to play the Steelers, who are coming off a bye. There's never been a more Mike Tomlin win than that game.
Yeah, or it's no, Mike Tomlin lost, but I'll go with the Steelers.
Steelers coming off a bye. Browns got to come from London.
Off the bye, he's like the greatest ever.
Yeah, I think you got to give that to Mike Tomlin. But I mean, what a year for us so far.
Yeah,
what are we
doing? Decent.
8-2. Colts are 4-1. Lions 4-1.
I mean, dude, I wanted to look up. I'll look up while you're talking about this game, but I'll say my opinions on it first.
Okay, You want me to lead us off, or you got it? Okay, Colts 40, Raiders 6. Take us away.
Yeah, I'm almost speechless because, I mean, the Colts have had great seasons with Andrew Luck and all these other quarterbacks, obviously, but in recent times, the Colts usually play bad teams, and honestly, it's not the Colts. It's like all of my favorite teams tend to play down to their opponents. But this year, the Colts aren't doing that at all. They're playing bad teams, and they're just kicking the shit out of them.
Isn't it the best?
It's incredible. It's like the best thing.
It's better than beating a good team.
Yeah.
It truly is.
Just sitting there and watching us go down the field with ease
it's beautiful.
I love to see it. And Daniel Jones, I have to apologize for I was on the Anthony Richardson train, and I didn't think Daniel Jones could do it, but he obviously is just fantastic.
My dream this year is for the Lions to win the Super Bowl. My second dream is for the Colts to win it. Daniel Jones wins Super Bowl MVP, and then I'm going to episode 1 of the preview and clipping everything. I am taking everything that you said about Daniel Jones and make a whole video out of it.
Yeah, you probably could.
It's gonna be oh wow. I wish I had the off-camera stuff. I need to set up the camera in here when we're just talking or chopping it up.
Yeah,
it's get all the off-camera stuff.
He's been fantastic. 2 touchdowns, 212 yards for him. Doesn't throw an interception. I mean, he's been great. His pocket presence is one of the craziest thing because he just doesn't really get. He didn't get sacked in this game again. The offensive line's been great. Gonsalves came back. That was huge. The running game wasn't perfect today. It wasn't as dominant as it's been, but 3 touchdowns on the ground for JT.
I think you'll take that.
I will take that every day of the week. And on top of that, we had a kick return touchdown called back for a bullshit holding. So
I was so mad about that.
I was pissed because that was
on the other side
clean.
of the field.
And it didn't even look like a hold, in my opinion.
I didn't care that it was called a hold. I thought it was a fine call. It was just the fact that it was so non-impactful to the play, and to get your kick return taken back for that just sucks.
And they still went down the field and got their touchdown.
Yeah, so it didn't really matter. Colts team total so free today.
Oh yeah,
so free. I took if you in 2025 the easiest bet of all time is teaser. Take the Colts and the Lions down to 23.5. It can't miss. I don't think it will miss.
Yeah. And on top of that, the Colts defense was great today. On the other side, Geno Smith, it's starting to get to a point where you got to give Kenny Pickett at least a little bit of run. And I like Geno Smith. I always have.
I do too.
But you look at the stats this year, he is 8th in passing yards. That's good. Touchdown interception ratio of 6 touchdowns, 9 picks. That doesn't get it done.
I only know. Wow, what a stutter there. I only know that because he was 6'7" going into this week.
Yeah.
So
6'7" to 6'9". What a run that is.
Yeah, that's I knew the Raiders weren't going to be good. I didn't expect Geno Smith to look this bad. I really did. He played with a horrible offensive line last year and figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
And this year, he hasn't
figured it out. The offensive line's been bad. 4 sacks taken in this game, not good.
He's making a pretty penny, right?
Oh, he's making a very pretty penny. Not a great day for Pete Carroll as well, though.
No, not at all. No, I mean, not a great season for Pete Carroll so far.
I want
to say the
I want to
least.
get to it just really quickly. I'm looking up the NFL passing or the NFL scoring leaders so far this season.
Oh, we're doing an impromptu answer, right?
Yes.
$37.5 million a year for Geno Smith.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
I want team stats here. Who do you think? Okay. Well, that's not. I didn't think. Okay. I'm looking for passing. I'm not even looking for passing. I wanted to look for overall points
for teams.
Yeah.
Lions are 1, Colts might be 2.
That's what I was trying. I think
Lions
it
were
could
1
be.
going into this week, and you
It
guys put
is.
up 40, we put up 37.
Okay.
So unless it was 3 points, we should still be number 1.
Points per game offensively, Lions 1, Bills 2,
Colts 3.
Colts 3, Cowboys 4.
Me, you, and Kevin. Look at us, bro.
Look at us.
Who would have thought if we said that back in 20? I guess your team was good in 2015, but
If you would've
for
said that
me and
last-
Kevin, yeah.
Just before the start of this year.
yeah, honestly. No,
That
that's
the Colts offense would be this good. It's
absolutely insane. I don't want to just blame Pete Carroll though. Chip Kelly.
bad, yeah.
There's a group of guys I think that we'll talk about later here that I think could be early candidates for the first fire of the year. Chip Kelly's in there for sure.
Gotta be. I mean,
How many times are they gonna do it though? Like,
that's true. The fact that he changed Genty's running stance was one of the crazy. Once I saw that going into the season, I knew that there was going to
he
be
didn't change
something.
It. He's
here.
still doing it. Isn't
No,
it?
he went back. He just started last week
Okay,
against
okay,
the
that
Bears
makes
when he
sense.
finally had a good game.
Yeah.
Was his first week going back to his
Changing
original
current-
stance.
I didn't realize that. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
he had him change his stance.
He's like
for,
the,
like-
yeah, I think he's the thing he's iconic for.
Yeah.
And the only other running back in the league that does it, or the two that do it, is it Jahmyr Gibbs
Yeah,
and James
I know
Cook?
Jahmyr Gibbs does it. I think James Cook does it. I don't think James Cook does. Like when you watch Jahmyr Gibbs, he's like sitting straight
He
up.
does it the same. Yeah.
Where James
Jahmyr-
Cook bends
yeah.
over a little bit more.
I think it's like Jahmyr Gibbs, Genty, James Cook.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Because Jahmyr Gibbs like stands straight up with his hands like behind him almost.
He looks like somebody who's like, be a pencil. And he's just like
Yeah.
trying to be a pencil. That's what he looks like. But
Sharpened pencil.
yeah, but it works.
I mean-
it gets it done for him.
I think that's a trio you would want to be in if you're a running back.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And Genty was good this game. The Colts' run defense wasn't great, but I mean, didn't allow him in the end zone.
It was
Then
nice to
that's
see
good.
him get some like 5-yard first down carries. I feel like we
Yes.
hadn't seen that from him like all year.
Yeah. And he's been decent in the passing game. 5 catches, 42 yards. I wasn't expecting him to be much of a passing threat, but
Very good in the passing game.
that'll be big for him if he can continue that.
It also is a factor they don't have Bowers and they don't really have
Yes,
a ton
Bowers
of
does
weapons
miss
on
this
the
game, yeah.
outside. It's like you got to just make. I mean, the first play of the game was like a 40-yard wheel route to him or something. And then the only other thing I had here, well, yeah, you got to include the Colts in the league's best teams. We already kind of touched on that. And then the DJ throw to Pittman for a touchdown.
Touchdown, yes.
22% probability of completion on that throw.
He moved around, got away from the sack, and
Just unbelievable. He's so good.
delivered a dart. And
How
on
is he
top of-
so good?
I didn't mention it. A legend retired from football. In my
Oh,
a
yeah.
personal legend.
Yeah.
I'm wearing his jersey today.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Xavier Howard.
Oh yeah, I forgot that too.
Yeah.
That too. One legend and one
Absolute
good
bum.
player, I guess, retired.
Good player, bad person.
Is he a bad person?
I think he's done a few things.
Oh well, he retired to be with his family, so
Yeah. Probably a good call for him.
he said he fell in love with bringing his kid to school last year.
Wait, which guy said that?
Xavier Howard.
Oh, okay.
He said he wanted to be more of a family man. So
Yeah, I'm gonna go make sure that I'm right on accusing you of anything. You can continue to talk
Yeah,
about
but-
Darius Leonard.
Darius Shaquille Leonard retired from the NFL. It was a career cut too short, 100% in my opinion. His back injury a couple years ago, never really recovered from it. Did not have the same mobility, but a legend, one of my favorite players. He might still make it in like the Colts Ring of Honor. He won't be an NFL Hall of Famer, obviously, but at his peak, he was easily tied with Fred Warner, if not better, as the best linebacker in football.
A huge rivalry game here Monday night. We got Raiders Patriots. It looks like based on the uniforms they're wearing. Have you seen what the
I
Bills
love
are wearing?
these Bills uniforms.
They're just
so
wearing the Raiders uniforms with the
I
Bills
love,
logo.
I love the all white helmets. Though.
And by the way, I really wanted to be able to say what Xavier Howard did. Unfortunately, I want to be able to stay on YouTube. You can Google it for yourself. I was right, and I'll just say that.
I feel bad for supporting him a little
You
bit.
didn't support him. You chewed him out.
I did
all
chew him out,
episode
but
last
before that,
week.
I was like kind of happy we signed him.
I mean, gotta separate the art from the artist, I guess.
Oh wow,
But next week the Raiders got the Titans.
is
Couple.
that the same guy?
I didn't look too deep into it. I saw the headline.
That can't be.
All right, we can't talk about that. We can't talk about that.
Wow.
Raiders got the Titans next week. A couple 1-4 teams. Who do you like there? Raiders at home? Probably Raiders.
Toilet bowl here. Battle for someone to miss the play. So I think if you're the Raiders, you're in a position now where you want to start losing to get a quarterback.
Agreed, but the Raiders are better in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Raiders.
Me as well. And then the Colts got the Cardinals at home in Indy.
Give me the Colts.
And then
the Cardinals, I mean, they gotta win that game.
I don't want to do a 3-hour pod here. However, do we talk on the Mark Sanchez thing while we're on this game?
I mean, I can say that Mark Sanchez appears to be a very bad guy from what I've been told.
Yeah, it doesn't. What's crazy is the news came, and I'll try to tiptoe around it, but the news came out, and the initial reaction was, "Oh, he got stabbed."
Yeah,
This is
and
bad.
prayers for him. He's such a great person. He's like the best to
And then
work with.
Slowly but surely.
Yeah, well, the Indianapolis Police Department came out and said he's arrested. Like, he was breaking into cars.
Yeah, broke into a 70-year-old man's truck.
Yes, and started beating him.
Yeah. Well, obviously not very well because he got. Well,
I mean, he got pepper sprayed.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I guess fuck Mark Sanchez, but we don't really know exactly what happened yet. It just doesn't look good.
Yeah, the city of Indy was like, on Colts Twitter was going off in the city saying like, we got to start fixing this. We got to start getting. Oh,
really?
Yeah, they were pissed about it, and then they realized that it was his fault.
The whole time it was a self-defense. Yeah. Okay, I'll take us to the next game here. A game that, weirdly enough, we talked about a decent amount going into the season before the season started.
Yeah,
Saints-Giants. Saints win this game 26-14. We said for both of these teams that this could be the one win if there's a chance that maybe one or both these teams go 1-15 or 1-16 this year. If the Giants won, that wouldn't be the case for the Saints because the Giants already have a couple wins. But the Saints, they get their win. They move to 1-4. And my notes for this game are interesting because at the start I was all just kind of just sucking off Jackson Dart. Dart is so smooth, and then I had to do a little asterisk and say I wrote this all in the first quarter because he completely collapsed, and Spencer Rattler took over and got done what needed to be done. Maybe the best throw of Rattler's career was that 80-yard bomb to Rashid Shaheed, which led to, I guess, a couple of records being broke, depending on how you view the term record. One, Rashid Shaheed hit the top speed for an offensive player for this season in this on this play. He hit the top speed, like 22-something miles per hour. And then this play is really one of the plays that led to Rattler winning this game. And he became the first Saints quarterback first quarterback drafted by the Saints to win an NFL game since 1998.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You didn't see that stuff? No,
it is a great stat.
That's crazy.
That's why I'm giving you the love here.
Yeah, it's wild. I can't
crazy
believe
stat.
That might be fake because
It took him a long time to get that win. Yep. But he got it.
Also, as we said, if he was really the worst quarterback ever, he wouldn't have played that many games and lost so many games. Like, he obviously had. Where does Rattler rank among quarterbacks in the NFL?
I mean, he's definitely above.
Is he the worst? Is he the worst in starting? Of quarterbacks that started this week, is he the worst?
No.
He's above Browning.
He's above Browning. Who else? Who could he be above?
Am
I crazy to say he's above Dart?
He did beat him. I'm gonna save this. I'm going to save this debate maybe for another day because I have a very similar one for a different quarterback here that I want to go over with you later.
Is it Fields?
No, but we'll get to that.
Fields is kind of on that level. Oh, he's better than Dylan Gabriel.
He's better than Dylan Gabriel. And on that note, low-key, he might be better than Fields. He might be.
He might be. He's definitely better than I thought he was going to be.
Yes.
He's been serviceable.
Yes. And don't let Fields' stat line today, as we'll get into that game here in a second, fool you. Mm-hmm. He was not good today.
Scatterbo didn't get as much in the run game for the Giants. There's really a four-way battle. What were the other two teams we said? It's the Saints, Giants,
Titans,
Cardinals. And no, not the Cardinals. What was the other team that I'm missing? Raiders.
Yeah.
Are the four teams I think battling for that number one pick. I still think it's one of these two teams.
Who knows who it's gonna be?
Nobody knows. I mean, Lenore Sellers maybe.
The Oregon quarterback maybe.
I think he needs another year. No matter what.
The Miami defensive end.
Carson Peck?
No, not Carson Peck. No, I forget who what's their DN's name? I can't remember.
Grant Nussmeier.
No, that Garrett Nussmeier.
Garrett Nussmeier, yeah.
He could be. I could see he's one of the guys I could see being. I was talking about this with Sarv the other night. We're in a spot here, like midway through the college football season, where there is not. It's a shot in the dark who's going number one.
Yeah.
We don't have a guess.
No idea.
And you would assume it's either going to be a quarterback or an edge rusher. Because it really rarely is not one of those two. And who's it going to be a quarterback? It sure as hell isn't going to be Arch. It might be Garrett Nussmeier. He might be number one.
On top of that, though, building off that point, there's really not even really a clear Heisman
There
winner
isn't.
at all.
There isn't. It's been a weird season in college football.
It has been, and maybe I saw something just talking about it was like Gen Z kids, but they're also saying like these kids were in high school during COVID. Does that affect their development in high school? Like the quarterbacks maybe aren't as good as they were 5 years ago going in. They didn't get that same development in high school.
Point. Or have people gotten more critical?
Yeah, that could be. But I definitely feel like watching college football quarterback play isn't. Maybe that's just me getting old.
Okay, because
it's not as good as it was.
It is not. I agree. We're not going to talk about college football today, so I want to just take a quick 2-minute tangent. James Franklin, holy shit!
Yeah, oh my god,
holy shit!
I wasn't actively watching all the college football this weekend, but I kept checking that score, and then it was like 27 to 3 or something.
Yeah,
it was bad.
They almost won. Like they had the ball.
They should have won probably, but
like at the 10-yard line, down 7 with
UCLA though. What a win for them after firing their coach. They're bad.
Horrible team. Nico.
I mean, he had a great game. He played fantastic.
He did. That's crazy. I saw Pate say, Josh Pate on Twitter after the Oregon game that we're going to look at this game 5 years from now, and this is going to be a turning point for Penn State football and James Franklin. This is either going to be the moment where they took off and they go on to be one of the best programs in college football, or they completely die off. James Franklin gets fired at the end of this year or next year. And
I mean, he easily could because their schedule isn't easy after this game.
No.
They still have, I think, Indiana first and then Ohio State back-to-back.
Well, they got to win out, too.
And they have to win out, and those are 2 games. I don't think they're better. Indiana might be the second or third best team in the Big Ten easily.
And a lot of people's national championship champion pick might not even make the playoff.
Yeah, well, a couple of them. Because on top of that loss, Texas also loses their second game. Arch Manning doesn't look good.
To a dog shit divisional team.
Yes.
Which, let's not, as much as I am pissed at Texas and this was a horrible game and they played like shit, let's not compare Florida and UCLA. The Penn State loss is significantly worse. But still, both bad losses in Arch Manning.
Both bad losses. And Alabama picks up a big win over Vandy.
Yeah.
Shout out to them for that. They're
two really
back,
good.
low-key.
Yeah,
Had
two
so
really
much
good
hate
teams.
after a loss, and Miami kills Florida State.
Vandy can make the playoff.
They still can.
I still think they can.
Yeah.
And
I think
they both those teams can.
My take right now is that it's looking, in my opinion, like it could be Miami, Ohio State for the chip.
I could see it. We'll get more into college football as the season goes on, and we'll start talking about scenarios because those have been some of our best conversations on here going on about the SEC. And I'm going to have to get in my bag defending Bama, but they're doing a good job for me so far. So I don't even
need to defend IU anymore. I think IU can do it themselves.
Bama would beat them by 50. But let's move on here. Or no, we didn't talk about next week. Giants, Eagles, Thursday Night Football.
Eagles, easily.
Upset spot, though.
Upset spot, but give me the Eagles.
Giants at home.
Give me the Eagles.
Okay. And then Saints, Pats in New Orleans.
Give me the Pats.
I agree. Also, think the Saints could win that game at home.
I like the Pats. I still, like I said, think they finish well.
I do too.
Second in this division.
I view the Pats and the Giants as similar teams, as I think they're both not great teams that can beat good teams. And after seeing the Saints win at home against the Giants, I think they could win at home against the Patriots.
I like the Pats. That's just.
I'm picking the Pats as well, though. All right, take us to Cowboys Jets here.
Cowboys Jets here. Dak.
37-22 Cowboys.
Dak's low key putting himself in the MVP conversation again, like he did 2 years ago. He's been playing great ball.
Yep.
Almost. That was last week while we were recording. Ties with the Packers, who were supposed to be some powerhouse team, and he was fantastic in that game, and he was fantastic in this game against a decent defense. 237 yards, 4 touchdowns, no picks. Javonte Williams as well. Low-key, could he be entering the Offensive Player of the Year conversations? He's been good. I don't think so.
No.
But he's been very, very good.
For branding reasons, I don't think that could happen.
Yeah. He's been very good, though. 135 yards on the ground and a touchdown. Ryan Florney, the receiver, kind of emerges after the CeeDee Lamb injury. He's been very good. He was great in this game, 114 yards. And I had a stat here. The Cowboys had Javonte Williams run for 108 yards in the first half, and Ryan Florney get 104 receiving yards before halftime as well. According to Cowboys PR, going back to 78, there's never been a game in which the Cowboys have had a 100-yard rusher and a 100-yard receiver in the same half.
Really?
Never,
in the same half. Oh, okay,
the same half. Okay. So, they had Emmitt Smith and Michael Irvin at the same time.
That was the last time.
And they had Dez Bryant and Ezekiel Elliott, Tony Dorsett and Drew Pearson, and it's never happened.
Oh, with all those guys, they've never done it. Oh, wow, that's crazy.
But Ryan Florney and Javonte Williams have.
That's crazy. I've never heard that guy's name before today. I'll say it.
He had a couple plays last week in the Packers game.
Is he a rookie?
I don't believe so.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, he's 25, so.
Oh, speaking of, let me. I just want to look this up so I don't sound stupid. What the fuck happened to Jalen Hyatt?
You talk about that every week. He just doesn't play.
He's still on the team?
Yes, he doesn't play.
Oh my God. First headline, Jackson Dart frustratingly confronts Jalen Hyatt. Tensions rise in game.
Not shocking.
That's hilarious. Oh, did Jalen Hyatt just not jump on a fumble or something?
That wouldn't shock me. He doesn't get too much.
Yeah.
But
everybody's pissed at him.
Oh, well, not shocking. He's hasn't done much in his career at all. Last point for the Cowboys, though. Your boy, Jake Ferguson, continues to be a monster.
Yeah, he's best tight end in football right now. Statistically, he's been the best tight end in football.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
You can't argue that.
Statistically, yes, but is he the best tight end? No.
Yeah, I mean, that's in my notes here. My number one thing is based on stats alone, he's the best tight end in football. Can't argue that off this year.
Dak's loved him. He's been a safety blanket for years, and
without CD, he's just money.
It only continues. Dak loves the tight end. Dalton Schultz was always big with him.
Because Ferguson fell off a little bit last year with Cooper Rush, who, my God, and then Dak comes back this year. Jake Ferguson's back because he was still like 2 years ago he was like a top 5 tight end, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not shocking.
Does this show with Cooper? Well, I guess we'll get into that in a little bit. But Cooper Rush being bad, was Mike McCarthy a genius?
We said that off rip. What do we call him? The mastermind?
The mastermind Mike McCarthy.
Yeah, the mastermind behind everything. But yeah, shout out to Mike McCarthy. I hope he's doing well. He'll be the coach of a team
probably
next year. Titans, maybe.
Oh.
But yeah, this was an absolute ass whooping by the Cowboys, even though it's 37-22. They entered as slight favorites in this game, and even I think a 20% profit boost could boost them to plus money. That was a very easy bet. I feel like I don't know how they were not favored by more in this game. I know it's in New York, but the Cowboys are on paper just a better team than the Jets.
Yeah, it's one of the teams that they are on paper just way better than.
And statistically, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I know that Dak historically does really well against teams that they have a significantly better record against on the road. He usually dominates bad teams on the road. He did that here today.
He likes that. He likes MetLife, so.
He does like MetLife. Fields struggled again in this game. I know his stats look good, but since week 1, he has not been good at all. It's partially his fault, partially not. I feel for Aaron Glenn being the only team without a win.
Yeah, I feel for him as well. Fields hasn't been great, like you said, but as a Garrett Wilson fantasy owner, Garrett Wilson has been getting his own, so.
He has been.
He's been solid 6 catches, 70 yards, and a touchdown for him.
And I can't remember. I know it when we were doing our NFC East preview. It's been so long ago now, like 3 months. I know I either picked Dak as my MVP or player of the year, or I picked the Cowboys second over the Commanders. I can't remember which one I did. I know I did one of those two. Regardless, one of them looks good, so I feel pretty good about that. But like I said, I'm always just gonna highlight my wins and never discuss my losses.
Yeah, I mean, we have before.
Yeah, unless someone else brings it up, I guess. But Cowboys next week, they play at Panthers. I feel like they played the Panthers like 3 times this year, but
yeah, I'll take the Cowboys to dominate that one probably.
I'm gonna take Carolina.
You're taking Carolina to beat them.
I'm gonna take Carolina at home.
Wow,
against the Cowboys.
Interesting. Carolina is a better team at home. They're terrible on the road.
Yes, and I'm high on Carolina. I know they lost today, but regardless, I'm still. Wait, did they lose today or did they come? No, they came back and won today. But yeah, I'm taking Carolina in that game, and then Jets at home against the Broncos. Yeah, that's tough. Okay.
And speaking of the Broncos,
take us to the next game.
21-17 win over the Eagles. Eagles are no longer undefeated. The last undefeated team is currently playing the Buffalo Bills, so we'll see what happens there. Bo Nix was solid in this game. Didn't have to do too much. The Eagles, they kind of have looks like a weakness, and it's the passing game. Is just.
Oh, who would have thought?
It was there. I mean, in the Super Bowl, it was there last year. They had in the playoffs, the passing game was working.
The whole regular
But the running game was great last year. The running game has been bad.
Yeah.
I think you can say it's been bad. Only 30 yards for Saquon Barkley in this game rushing.
They need their Swiftie back. They do.
Yeah.
The show boy. No, dude, my main takeaway from this game, this Eagles team in the regular season feels like the exact same team as last year in the regular season. Like they win a lot of games, most games, but you leave every game being like slightly underwhelmed, or you feel like they they win by 15, but somehow it feels like they struggle to win because their offense is just so weird at times when they can't move the ball. But they're good enough defensively where they hang on. I know last year, early in the season, their secondary struggled a lot. This year, they struggled a lot. They're already starting to get a little bit better as the season goes on. It just feels like a very, very similar team from last year. And I remember last year, I was consistently unimpressed by the Eagles all year long. They go and they win the Super Bowl. I'm not extremely impressed by them through 5 games, even though they're 4-1. They'll probably go and win the Super Bowl now.
Yeah, they haven't been impressive.
They haven't been, but
it's a new offensive coordinator, which we've seen in past that they changed. They had a new offensive coordinator and they struggled.
Some teams struggle.
So maybe that's just something that's going to occur again. Hurts wasn't great in this game. A.J. Brown still isn't getting the ball as much. Devontae Smith has a big game, but outside of that, not too much. The Broncos do have one of the best defenses, so you have to give them their flowers for that.
It's them and the Texans.
Jahdae Barron was good in this game.
Really good. He was great in this game.
Yeah.
Him and Surtain, we said that when they drafted him that duo could be crazy. It's so hard to be good early as a corner in this league. They're already really good. Both of them. And Surtain was good early as a rookie, too.
And on top of that, on that defense, is Nick Bonito fighting to be maybe a defensive player of the year candidate
He had
because
like
he
3
is
sacks today.
great.
Yeah,
he's so good. He's just been emerging all the time. And
they have 2 of the top probably 10 best defenders in the AFC. I'd say.
With Surtain and
With Surtain and Bonito.
They've been great, and the running game was solid again with Dobbins. That seems to be when we said it. I said it a ton last year. When the run game works for the Broncos, the offense is going to be very good, and it was decent today, and the offense was decent. So that's all you can ask for. Troy Franklin, okay, but Cortland Sutton, great game. Hopefully that continues for him. And big win for the Broncos. They beat a team that's won the Super Bowl, and they didn't want to fall to 2-3. Want to keep pace with the Chargers, and depending on what the Chiefs do tomorrow. So nice win there.
In Philly, too.
In Philly, yeah.
I mean, I was already prepping my notes for them losing because it felt like they were going to lose when they were down 17-3 in this game. There is a stat. The Broncos were 1-112 entering today when down 14 on the road going into the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
They come back and they win this game.
I was not expecting it, but they did. So,
or maybe they were 1-112. Now they're 2-112 after today. I'm really high on the Broncos. Their 2 losses are the Chargers, who I'm also high on, even though they lost today, and of course the Colts. And even though they lost to the Colts, which isn't obviously a bad loss, because the Colts are one of the best teams in the league right now, they still should have won that game if it wasn't for a penalty with, leverage? So
leverage. I mean, they did the penalty, so.
No, I'm not saying it wasn't a penalty. I'm just saying like they were that close to
beating. Kind of sounds like you're saying they got bailed out.
We
played the game.
You got opposite of bailed out versus the Browns last year or 2 years ago.
Yeah, that's true.
And then you got bailed out against the Broncos. See, it all comes around. You would trade that win for this one for sure.
Probably, but I mean, if we won that game, we made the playoffs that year. So,
but would you have done anything?
No.
This year, you make the playoffs. Maybe you could do something. Yeah. But yeah, I'm high on the Broncos.
I am as well.
We already said they got the Jets next week. We both have them winning.
I think it's starting to get to a point where that's division's going to easily have 3 teams in the playoffs. So,
yeah, probably. And they did last year, and I think last year we had the AFC West and the NFC North both had 3 in.
Mm-hmm.
Despite the Vikings looking shaky and the Bears looking shaky, I still think there's a good chance we have that happen once again this year, and both divisions get 3 in.
And you look at another
Packers
division.
and Lions are locks. I don't care, even if the Packers look shaky. The Packers and Lions are absolute locks for the playoffs.
Because the AFC North might only have 1 team, with the Ravens struggling as bad as they are. Bengals don't have Burrow.
The Steelers being that one team.
The Steelers could be the team that gets in.
Jesus Christ. And then same thing with the East. Probably will only get Buffalo.
East is only getting Buffalo. Unless New England really pans out, it's only Buffalo.
Which then that leaves 1 more wild card spot for the South.
I mean, the Jags.
That's that last spot.
Or if the Texans look like they will get to them soon. Could be figuring it out.
That would probably be our playoff prediction for the West then, in no order. Or sorry, for the AFC then, in no order: Bills, Steelers, Colts, Jags, and then Chargers, Broncos, Chiefs.
Yeah,
that feels about right to me.
It does. I mean, and that's
a lot of football to play.
So much football.
A lot of football to play. It can all go wrong for everybody.
Yeah.
But I mean, the Ravens are 1-4, so yeah. But and we already talked about Eagles Giants as well on Thursday Night Football.